Happy New Year. Welcome to the Forward Podcast.
Happy
I'm
New
your
Year.
host, Thomas Shepard, and this is my co-host.
Hey, everybody. Welcome.
This is a brand new year. Looking forward, actually, to this year a
Yeah.
lot. I'm the type of person that really enjoys the beginning of January.
Do you?
No, I really do.
Because it's a fresh start.
It's a fresh start.
Yeah.
I feel like in so many ways, I get to make lists. I get to work on things. I get to learn from last year and mark some things off that I definitely failed in and want to be better at.
Yeah.
And so, the 1st of January is so awesome to me.
Yeah.
And we're heading into, for us here in the Midwest, is a lot of snow. And so, not a lot of snow. I say that the last couple of years has been super disappointing, but there is some snow that comes. And at least we're hoping this year we'll get some snow. So, what do you like best about the new year?
Fresh start. I like just kind of moving into, whatever happened in the past year is done.
It's
done. Over. There's no
Yeah.
changing it. And just new goals. It does feel fresh. I love that. I
It
really
does.
like that. I love starting new books. I love starting new stuff with the kids. Like this year we're going to,
Yes.
whatever. It's nice. It's
And
exciting.
Kari and I have this relationship, true story, that we talk a lot about plans together.
Yeah.
Like we really do talk through what are we going to do for our family? What's our family going to grow in? It's one of the most exciting things. We love traveling down to either my in-laws, over to my in-laws, or down to my parents' house. Is the time that we get to spend in a car. And
we talk very well in a moving vehicle.
We make so many
I don't know
plans.
why.
We do our best planning and
Yeah.
looking at our family at times like that. It's so awesome. But
It is.
this can be a shorter episode because we just want to, first of all, just say Happy New Year to all those that tune in every week. This has been quite an adventure, 40 plus episodes into this. We didn't know how it would go, but 2024 was amazing. The amount of folks that reach out every week, those of you that tune in, just being able to record with you every week has been
it's
really
been so
incredible. And so we kind of wanted to take this moment and just talk about the Forward Podcast. First of all, from the bottom of our hearts, we just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your encouragement, your questions. Hope that we have been a blessing to you. We really, truly try to be. We want to thank Kristen for her massive help in helping us with just kind of giving us the brand name on several social media aspects, and it's been so great. So Kristen, from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much. And we've got some great things coming up that we kind of want to talk about, and that is this. A lot of podcasts and the research I've done get into, if they make it past 20 episodes, most podcasts do not. That's where they're at, and they never go further. So we're double that, which is wonderful, and we're going to continue. But then a lot of podcasts hit around the 50th episode, and they start a total rebrand. So they begin to figure out, hey, here's our niche.
That's true.
Here's who we are. Here's our audience. Well, we're not at that place yet. I don't feel, Kari and I, neither one feel like we need a rebrand. We've gotten so much great feedback and some constructive criticism as well that's allowed us to kind of get the feel for what we want. But we are excited to announce that we're going to be adding to the brand this year.
Yeah.
And there's several things that we're going to be adding to that I think is going to be wonderful. So I will say this to start off. If you have shared this podcast, number one, thank you so much, but don't stop it. Keep sharing, keep telling others about it. I run across people all the time that are asking for different subject matters, and I'm able to refer them right to our YouTube page and or one of our social media, and hey, tune in, check this out, go to Apple, Spotify. And I know that it's a great encouragement for them because you don't have to sit there and walk them through a 30-minute discipleship. It's more, hey, here it is. Here's the information. But we are going to be adding to this year. And so we want to kind of walk through, here's some of the topics that we're going to be going over the next several months, February, March, April. And so you can really be praying for us. And let me say, if you know of a subject, man, you really haven't touched on this, write in, email us.
Yeah,
We'd love
we
to
want
hear
to
from
hear
you.
from you for sure.
But Kari, tell us a little bit about some of the subjects
Yeah.
here that we're going to be hitting over the next several months.
So some of the things we're going to be talking about is Christians and entertainment. And that's kind of something that's come up in,
Oh boy,
yeah,
this is a big one.
it's come up in my circles lately with other pastors' wives, as well as just friendships within our church community of what do I watch as a Christian? What are the boundaries within my home? It's so easy, even in a marriage, you know, we have our own phones.
Yeah.
I'm not on your phone. You're
Right.
not on my phone. Like, I mean, we could be, but there's a lot of privacy now
There
with
is.
what we
Yeah.
watch and what we listen to. And so it's been kind of coming up lately in my friendships and things like that of like, what's acceptable before the Lord and within my family? What are my children seeing me watch and tune into? So I think that's going to be a good topic.
And it's a cool topic because there are groups out there that just say you can be entertained any way that you want, which
Right.
can pull you into the flesh quickly. And
Yeah.
then there are groups out there that are like, yeah, I mean, they are so boring and
They don't
feel
watch
like
anything good.
You can't not watch, listen to. I
Yeah.
mean, there's just no entertainment at all. And
Right.
so where do you draw the line? How do you draw the line? It's a great subject.
It is a very big subject. So we're
Can't
going to try to
wait to hear what you're going to say.
We're-
I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared.
Yeah, we might have to make some changes before we
Yeah.
tackle that one.
I want to see your notes on this one.
And then we're going to talk about finances and kind of that subject will also go with giving.
Yep.
That's something we've been really talking about a lot in our marriage is like, we don't feel like we've really come into a place as a couple and as a family and teaching our children how to be givers. And it does really go along with finances. I think we're pretty good at volunteering time and giving
Sure.
of our,
Absolutely.
time and love to others. But financially, we've, with 5 kids, I
It's a
mean,
big one.
we've been given a lot too. And now we're at that point in our life and in our marriage where we want to start blessing others the way we've been blessed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot about my mic. But
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's something we're excited to tackle and,
So cool.
and we're excited to like talk about this as we journey like
Yeah.
in the moment, very much for us.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. What's another one?
Divorce. Divorce is a topic right now that's
Yep.
just kind of hot and heavy in our minds.
Mhm.
And a lot because
Whoa, why? What are you
on
trying
my
to tell me
mind
here?
specifically.
Wow, you just heard that live. Carrie's
We'll go
thinking
through this
about
in the
divorce.
No, we think about it a lot from a counseling
We
perspective.
do all the time.
We have got a lot of couples within our circles, not just our ministry circle, but even extended, that are going through this or have recently been divorced. And it's kind of this topic. It's not that it's new, but it's just becoming more and more common.
It's so true.
And like how to walk through that with people and how to give them the support that they need,
Yeah.
but also help them to move forward.
It's great.
And kind of move past it and move on for the Lord. So
Good.
that's a big one.
Yep.
I'm excited to talk about that. And then I have like this kind of even goes with it or could. But when your family disappoints you, maybe your immediate family or
your mother-in-law. Yeah.
your mother-in-law.
Just joking.
You just totally put that
I'm
out there.
just joking,
and you're
Mom.
just watching. I'm getting a call right now on my phone. No, but just kind of thinking like in an extended family way, being an adult child and relating to your older siblings, your parents, even as your children get married.
Yeah.
There's a lot of complexity there. There's a lot of development that can happen over your lifetime. And what do you do when your family disappoints you?
Right.
How do you handle that and do it in a Christian way, but also be very truthful and kind of own who you are and what you expect from your family members.
Yeah. Good.
That's all.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. Then my last one is, again, that kind of bleeds over into reaping and sowing. I think I talk a lot to young people who don't understand the implications of their daily actions and how that can really affect their future.
Yeah.
So I love talking about that.
So good.
I love digging into that. Like,
and you're good at it.
Thank you.
You really are.
I enjoy that thought of like,
Yeah.
If I behave this way, if I make these choices, how is that going to circle back to me later in life?
Right.
I like that thought process.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
What about you?
So let me talk through several things. Number one, let me say this. Obviously, if you're watching via YouTube, we're set up a little bit different this evening because we've got stuff where we usually are. And so I didn't want to bring all the equipment in. And then number two, if you're listening, it probably does sound a little bit different because we're using some cordless mics tonight that helps us out when we're traveling and stuff. So I've got that set up. So just want to say that. Here's some things that is on mine. Number one, We've had several people ask if we're going to do it, and that is what books have we read in 2024?
Oh, yeah.
And so Kari and I are going to bring our list to the table, not necessarily books that we 100% endorse, but good books that we have read.
Yeah.
And Kari and I are both readers. I don't know how many books you've read this last year, but
I don't know.
we both have quite a few books that we have gone through. And so we'll bring that stack to the table and kind of walk through them and just give you a book list. Secondly, we're going to be talking about living the authentic Christian life. And what does it mean to live just an authentic, real life? It's one thing that often folks comment on is we love your family or we love your podcast or your ministry. It just seems like you guys are real. And although that is a massive compliment to us, it also makes me very sad that there are so many out there that do not live that life, whether they are Christians and or whether they are lost. There are so many that live a life that's just not a real authentic and or real life. And we want to show you how you can. The second is living a life of hospitality. And whether you're in the ministry or not, how we are all called by our Savior to live a life of hospitality.
That's true.
And in a busy world like we are, it's not the same as having a ministry in the 90s. Everybody had the evenings free. Everybody was at home. Kids were out just in the neighborhood. And so you had people over. Most people don't cook in their house anymore. A lot of people don't spend a lot of time in their house. And then everybody's busy at least 6 nights a night. So how are we supposed to be hospitable in this culture? And we want to walk you through step by step of how our family accomplishes this. Well, I don't think we have it perfected, but we definitely can give some great tips there. I want you to be praying about, everybody's listening to this with me. I'm pushing Kari, and Lord willing, this coming summer or fall, we're working on Kari launching out of the Forward podcast her own devotional line. Kari is, let me brag on you, girl, but Kari is an incredible writer. And man, if she's just so many thoughts that I have read, I'm like, Kari, you should write a book. Kari, this needs to be in a blog. Kari, this needs to be, well, this is the year. We've got some other things we're working on first, but we really, truly would like to launch her own devotional page. And so it'll probably start out a devotional light, and then from there, we'll see what the Lord does with it, whether it be books and or her own podcast. But don't be scared. I know y'all tune in for her anyways, but I'll keep preaching the word. But I think it would be wonderful. And so that's kind of our area where we're not rebranding, but we are going to start adding to the brand. And along with that is, for the first time, besides our family, is bringing on some guest speakers on here, people that we have already lined up. We've just never been able to jump into it just yet. And that is having folks on that are professionals in their field. And there are so many that we know, mentors of ours that we love. And we want to dig in and ask some hard questions maybe that you've asked us and we haven't felt completely at ease just giving you the answer. And so we want to jump into some really tough topics and have some professionals on that are going to be able to help our family so that we can grow as well.
And I think that's the really fun thing about doing this, is that we're not trying to teach anything that we've mastered or perfected necessarily. We like to just give you what we've gone through and maybe some victories that we've had, but also you're walking through our life in the moment as well. And it will be fun to be able to listen to other people who are experts in their field and glean from them and just share with you. We have so many contacts that are amazing people. We really do. And not just, oh, they're great people, but studied and wise people in their field. We have counselors, of course, pastors, women that have raised amazing families. It will be really enjoyable to walk through that. And you guys will be watching us learn at the same time. And that's just part of the joy of this, is getting to share with you our journey as well.
It's so awesome. Well, listen, again, Happy New Year. We just want to share with you some really great things that are coming up on the Forward podcast. Again, keep sharing this when the episodes come out. We do appreciate you giving us just so many thumbs up, and it is a blessing to talk to you each and every week. Thank you for allowing us to have a part of your life And man, we'll continue to pray together that we'll be used in a great way.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for listening. Have an awesome week.
Happy New Year.